All right, so find your seats. Sitting tall in your chair. It's one of the main things we do. So yes, healthy bones, especially as we age, right? And bone loss can start as early as in your 30s. And so it's just really nice to keep those bones nice and strong. So one of the best things to do is just to sit with your spine tall. Because what happens is gravity gets those vertebrae. If you're having osteopenia or porosis, they're a little more delicate. And with the compression of the vertebrae in your spine, particularly, yeah, that can, eventually then cause some fracturing or, hairline fractures. So just getting the spine nice and tall so that there's space in between all of those vertebrae will help that compression not happen so much. Yeah. And the only thing the major thing that's contraindicated for osteoporotic spine or bones is, especially spine though, is rolling forward, rounding your back forward, right? Because that causes that compression on the front of your spine. So, the tendency is if you have osteoporosis is to be like, I can't do anything because I don't want to damage my spine. But it's so important to move your spine and move your body always, right? So finding that fine line between not doing anything because I'm afraid to keeping the spine mobile is really key. And that's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so we're going to sit with your palms up. And let's just take a nice big breath in and let it out. Feel the body start to loosen up and relax. Another big breath in and let it go. Good. Now let's float our eyes closed. And I want you to picture as if you have a string coming out of the top of your head, like a marionette, like a puppet. Yeah. So we're going to take a breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, I want you to feel as if somebody's tugging that string up towards the ceiling. And the top of your head is gently reaching up towards the sky. Good. So you don't overdo it. So we're going to do a couple on the exhale breaths, just feeling as if your top of your head is pushing into a book. That's about an inch above your head. Good. So relax the breath. Again, we're going to take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, just imagine the top of your head gently reaching up into that book, trying to touch it or being that puppet. So just take about 4 more long, deep breaths here. It's just very subtle. And as you exhale, just stretch the spine. Yeah. Imagine those vertebrae just having space. And breath is nice and deep, both in and out. And again, just as you exhale, try to get a little taller. It's a teeny tiny bit taller. At the end of class, we'll be taller. And then on your next exhale breath, just relax everything, relax the body, but keeping that spine gently tall. Yeah. And then keeping your eyes closed, today we're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly turn your head to the right. Maybe your chin becomes parallel with that right shoulder. Maybe it doesn't quite go there. Just take it to where it's comfortable. And then on an inhale breath, bring the head back forward. And on an exhale breath, slowly turn over to the left. And then inhale forward and exhale, drop your chin towards your chest. Keep your shoulders back and keep that spine gently tall. And then inhale, slowly lift the head Gently lift the chin slightly higher than parallel, but keeping that spine tall and the back of your neck long. And then exhale, just relax the head forward, relax the body, good. And then feel free to flutter the eyes open, nice, yeah. So just that intention when you're sitting, when you're walking, when you're doing anything, is just feeling that head gently reach up so that the spine gets tall. And the tendency here is when we're not thinking about it is to slump forward, collapse forward, and that's creating that pressure, especially on the front of those discs of your spine. Good. All right, so you can flip your palms down, and let's just do a few head circles. So take a breath in, exhale, drop your chin to your chest, and slowly start to do rotations, keeping the eyes open or closed, whatever feels comfortable on your body. Good. And just gently rotating. Next time chin comes to chest, pause, and then gently rotate opposite direction. Just reminding ourselves that every movement in yoga is mindful movement. And when we have mindful movement, that's when we have less injury. Yeah. Just connecting our mind and our body and our breath. Next time you come forward, pause, press down into your toes and lift your head back up. Very nice, good. Coming a little scooting forward into your chair here, scooting forward. And let's just bring our legs out wide. We're gonna make upper body circles, but we're gonna keep our spine straight. So the head's gonna stay right above the shoulders. Yeah, so just see how you feel here. Maybe just rock your body a little side to side. See how those hips are today. Just do a little check-in. It's amazing. When I was doing some hiking last weekend, man, this was really, I could really tell my hips were tight. So coming back to center, take a breath in, exhale, press your belly forward, keep the spine straight, just come about halfway, and then rotate gently over to the right. Inhale back, exhale to the left, and forward. Good. Toes are gently pressing into the floor. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you come forward. Good. And maybe each time the circle gets a little bigger. Next time forward, pause and reverse. Just take some nice circles here. Yeah, that gentle movement is so healthy for the spine and the hips and all your joints. Good. All right, and then next time we come forward, pause, press down into your palms and your toes and slowly lift your straight spine back up. And then bring heels and toes in till your feet are about hip distance apart. Good. Again, check in with the spine, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can just gently touch your head up closer to that book. Take another big breath here. Exhale, press your belly button forward, your chest, and just come forward with a straight spine. That head stays above the shoulders. We're not dropping the head. And now bring your forearms or your elbows onto your thighs for cobra pose. Just gently bring your fingers forward. You can do this on the floor if you'd like at any time, or this is seated cobra. So we're just looking down between our hands. We're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, see if you can reach your spine, that front spine, a little closer to the floor. Yeah. Relax your shoulders. And on an inhale breath, see if you can lift your gaze and look forward. But try to keep that back neck long. Yeah. So you don't have to yank it back. You're just looking forward and breathing. Each time you exhale, see if you can relax your front spine. Let it melt towards the floor. Opening up that front spine, all those vertebrae. Yeah, very little do we open that up other than these back bends. Good. And then on an exhale breath, float your head looking down at the floor, slide your palms onto your thighs, Press into feet and hands. Slowly come back up. Good. All right. Wiggle it out. Relax the arms down along. Let's just shake. Let's do some shaking. Shake it out. Nice, easy, relaxed shaking. Yeah. As long as we do all of our movements slowly and mindfully to stay safe. Yeah. Relax the arms. Press down into your feet and reach the shoulders up towards your earlobes. That's such a nice stretch. I invite you to do that a few times every day. And then exhale, relax the shoulders. Let's do that one more time. Press into your toes and your feet. Lift the shoulders up. Feel that stretch all the way up your side body, rib cage. And relax the shoulders down. Good. All right, on an inhale breath, we're going to float the arms forward. And we're going to reach them up towards the sky. Relaxing your shoulders here. Yeah, good. Now take a big breath in, keeping the spine nice and tall. On an exhale breath, we're just going to lean forward with our arms up. Yeah, belly's tucking in. So just take it to wherever you're comfortable. This is so great to strengthen the spine. It's basically seated chair pose. Yeah. Take it. If it's uncomfortable for you, back out a little bit and breathe. Big breaths here. Yeah. And maybe even on an inhale breath, look up towards your hands or towards the ceiling. Breathe for 2. Feel that strengthening happening in your back. It's also important to really strengthen the muscles around your bones for bone health. Yeah. Good, we're almost there. Then press into your feet and slowly bring your body back to upright. Good. And then relax, bend the elbows, relax your arms, relax your shoulders, come into cactus pose. Good. On an inhale breath, just lift the chest, gently look up just slightly. Lift the chin. Feel that whole opening in your chest, front body. And then exhale, relax everything, and just let your arms float down gracefully. Good. And just move the body, shake it just gently, roll out the shoulders. Good. All right. So coming into a very easy twist. In all these poses that we're doing, I want you to feel that marionette, right? So we need not go far. Just keep the spine tall. So we're simply going to take a nice big breath in. Exhale, feel the top of your head reach up. The spine is tall. And then simply start to twist at your waist and look over the right shoulder. So we're just gently twisting here and not losing that nice straight spine, that integrity of the spine as we turn. And breathe now into your belly. Nice, big, long, deep breaths. Each time you exhale, maybe turn it just a slightly bit more if that's comfortable. Just getting a nice, safe twist for the spine. And then exhale, relax everything. Slowly bring your body back forward. Yes. Yeah, we're competitive. Our human nature is competitive, and we want to just really take it wherever we can, but really paying attention to the integrity. So take a breath in, exhale, just get that nice tall spine, drawing the head gently up, and then slowly turning over to the left, just gentle. Yeah, and looking over. So just imagining that spine nice and straight, even though there's a natural curve. Just imagine all of those vertebrae just getting some space. Yeah. And again, if you've landed somewhere and it's uncomfortable or your back is tweaking a little bit, just allow yourself to back out a little bit. Yeah, that's the pose, not the pushing and discomfort. That's not the pose. Good. And then as you exhale, feel the body relax and slowly just bring yourself back forward. Nice, good. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle it out. Good. All right, we're going to come into standing. So feel free to remain seated in your chair. Again, Every pose is mindful. So sliding the heels back, bending that nice straight spine forward, pressing down into your feet. Maybe you use your hands, maybe you don't, to come to a stand. Good. All right. So coming to the back of your chair, you can slide your chair out. We're going to use that in a little bit, or the seat of our chair here. Good. So finding a nice stand, mountain pose. Mountain pose is also amazing for our joints and our skeleton, right? So take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, feel the top of your head just reach up towards the sky. Engage your kneecaps, tuck your tailbone forward slightly, belly tucks in. Gently lift your shoulders up, roll them back and down. Maybe relax your palms forward, arms are relaxed though. Tuck your chin back slightly. Good. Ah, your spine is saying thank you for this pose. Yes. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale. Stretch that head towards the sky. Good. And relax. Now, a great pose for strengthening the spine is if you have some props. So if you do have a yoga block, which probably most of us don't, so I'm going to use a towel. And if you don't have a towel handy, that's okay. I'm just going to demonstrate here, but we're going to bring our legs together. So everybody's bringing their legs together. If you happen to, not this class, but if you happen to have a towel and you can bring it up between your thighs, so that you can press into something, that's a really nice thing for your spine. But today we're just going to use our legs together because most of you do not have a prop nearby. Good. So taking a nice big breath in. Now feel free to hang on to your chair here. If your legs are together and you're feeling a little off balance, just hold on to your chair. Take a breath in, and on an exhale breath, just squeeze your legs together. And what happens is that there's strength that's happening in your thighs, in your glutes, and it's even strengthening up your back, especially your low back. And then relax. And then again, squeeze as if you want to squeeze something between your thighs. This is also something I invite you to do a few times a week. Yeah. And relax. That helps to strengthen. And we're going to do that one more time. So squeeze, give it a little bit more squeeze. Feel your glute muscles totally engage here. Smile on the face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze a little bit tighter. And relax. Nice. And wiggle it out. Let's kick opposite arm, opposite leg. Yeah. So whatever you can comfortably, if you can, put something between your legs. And that's something that you can do when you're standing and maybe watching TV or whatever. Yeah. And that just helps to keep reminding these glutes to engage. That's going to help with so many things, right? Especially falling, tripping, just strengthening so that when we do bend in an odd way, our muscles will hold up that skeleton. Okay, feet back to hip distance apart. Good. I'm going to start with our right hand. We're going to turn the right palm out and slowly float your arm out about halfway. Remind the shoulder to relax. And then let's see how far up you can go with your arm. Yeah, and if it's here, cactus is perfectly fine. Good. Just a gentle, again, today is gentle, slow things for our spine health and our bone health. Big breath in. As you exhale, stretch up with your right hand and then just lean over. Let your left hand just slide down your thigh and just come to a teeny tiny little crescent moon. Yeah, so those fingers, the right fingers are reaching up towards the sky. Maybe you can turn your head and look a little bit underneath that right armpit and find your breath. Just imagining your spine tall with each exhale breath. Yeah. And we're holding. Holding is also really good for strengthening. And then inhale, slowly float your body back up. Good. And then just relax your arm. You can bend the elbow, just let the arm float down. Good. All right. And then other side. So we're going to turn the left palm out. Slowly float that up. I like to stop about halfway because around here is when I find my shoulders starting to yank up to lift the weight of the arm. So relax the shoulder halfway up and then just see how far you can go comfortably. And if it's cactus pose, that's awesome as well. Good. And then on an inhale breath, stretch up tall. As you exhale, make that spine nice and tall. Another breath in. And on an exhale, start to slide your right hand just slowly down your thigh. And maybe you lean your body over slightly. Keep those left fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. And breathe. And on this side, if you want to look underneath that arm, yeah, and just enjoy the stretch. Just notice if there's anything that's not feeling good in your body and allow yourself to adjust so that you are comfortable and breathe fully. Good. And then on an exhale breath, slowly float yourself out of the pose. Relax the arm, just let it float down. Also relaxing the shoulder as the arm floats down. Good. And roll out the shoulders. Good. All right. And let's just do a little wiggle. Let's do kick opposite arm, opposite leg. Make your body just nice and loose, like Gumby. Yeah. Good. Shake it out. Good. Okay. So for the few poses here, we're going to use our chair. So we're going to turn the chair to the side, to your right. Yeah. And we're going to stand in front of the chair. So we're going to be using both the back of the chair and now if you have wheels, if you're using an office chair, then maybe get a different chair or don't put any pressure on the seat. You can just gently use the seat, but I don't want you to roll out. Also, if your chair is on felt and a hardwood floor and it slides, be really mindful, really careful. All right, to start with though, we're gonna face forward here, and we're gonna come to a nice wide stance. Good. So we're gonna come into Warrior Two pose, is like one of the best poses for our bones, right? So legs are out as wide as comfortable. We're gonna lift our right toes, pivot your toes. Maybe they land underneath your chair a little bit and drop your toes. Yeah. Good. Left toes are just reaching forward. Good. And I want you to press down into your right pinky toe and see if you can slowly bend the knee. My chair's close, so I'm gonna bend it just right above my heel here so the knee can slide the chair forward a little bit if that's necessary. Good. All right, so when you press down into that right pinky toe, just feel that right thigh reaching outward, right? So we don't want the knee to drop in. Let's reach our left arm back and our right arm forward and find our Warrior Two pose here. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. That right thigh is gently reaching back. You're still gently pressing into your right pinky toe. Good. And maybe tuck your tailbone down towards the floor. Good. And breathe. Maybe turn your gaze over to the right fingers. Just look down your arm to those right fingernails. Good. Feel the toes pressing into the floor, both on the left and the right foot. Good. And take a big breath in here, and as you exhale, just float your arms down, let them relax. Good. Keeping your legs where they are, we're gonna turn our gaze forward. We're gonna come into side angle pose. So we're gonna turn our right palm up and just lay it onto our thigh. And we're gonna reach the left arm, checking in halfway, relax the shoulder, up towards the sky. Belly's tucking in. Take a breath in, and on an exhale breath, now just lean over to the right, as if you're stretching your left fingers to the upper right corner of the room. Yeah. Reach that right shoulder back a little bit, that left shoulder back, and breathe. Yeah, for two. Pressing into your toes, belly's engaged. Yeah. And then inhale, slowly float the body up. Relax this left arm, just let it float down. Good. Press down into your right toes to slowly straighten that right knee. And let's bring that right foot forward. And let's either heel toe or step the feet together and take a little break. Shake it out, shake out any, just gently shake any tension that you might have built up there. Good. And we're going to come into another amazing pose for our bones, our strengthening, right? Bone strengthening. So we're going to come into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So we're going to again bring our legs out wide. And again, we're going to turn our right toes in. And this time you want those right toes underneath your chair as much as possible, because this right knee is going to stay pretty straight, because we're going to be using the back of this chair for stability. Okay, and left toes again are just forward. And now again, we're going to stretch our arms out to either side. There's a tiny little bend in this right knee. We don't want to drop it down to hyperextend. Good. And now we're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, start to reach your right fingertips towards the right sides. Left hips start to slide to the left. And then you can drop your fingertips onto the top of the chair and reach your left arm up towards the sky. It's just kind of a nice way to do our triangle. Yeah. So find your triangle here and find your breath. Again, scan the body. If something is uncomfortable for you, maybe you come here, maybe you put your hand on your thigh if that feels better, right? If this is too much. But take care of yourself. You don't need to do what I'm doing or anybody else. Yeah, and breathe. One more breath. Good. And then on an inhale breath, press down into your feet and slowly float that right hand up off the chair back to a T and relax your arms down. Good. And turn your toes in and heel toe, or just step your feet back together and wiggle it out. Good. All right. So since we have the chair where it is, one of the best bone building poses, I think, in yoga is plank pose. So we're going to do different variations here. So now we're going to face our chair here. Good. And then actually, we're going to do pyramid pose first. So first we're going to do a forward fold, and you're going to see how that goes. So take a nice big breath in and let it go. Find your tall spine. On an inhale breath, float your arms forward and up. Feel a nice stretch in your body. As you exhale, soften your knees. Start to send your hips back and let your fingers either land on the back of your chair or the seat of your chair. You can bend your knees here as much as you need to. Yeah, just coming into a little half forward fold. So the top of your head is reaching forward. Your hips are gently reaching back, and we're in an L shape here, as if I could put a cup of water on your back and it wouldn't spill. Good. And now rebend those knees if you straighten them. Press down into your feet and just slowly float your body back up. Good. All right, so that was a test run. If that felt comfortable for you, we're going to go into what's called pyramid pose. Again, great for our bones. So we're going to start with your right foot. We're going to slide it just back slightly. See if you can see my feet a little bit more here. So we're just on a little bit of a tightrope with a left foot forward, right foot back. Legs are straight. Good. And they're just as comfortably wide apart so that you feel stable. Let's start with our hands on our hips. Yeah. Good. And take a big breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, start to slide your hips back, teeny tiny little micro bend, and start to look down at the seat of your chair. Now, if it's comfortable for you, bring your fingertips to the seat of your chair. Maybe a tiny little bit more of a bend in the knees, and maybe your palms. Now, if that is not comfortable for you, you can also use the back of your chair here. Yeah, we're just going to come into a pyramid twist. So we're going to start with bringing your left hand in the middle of the chair, keeping that back nice and straight, that head, top of the head moving forward. Relax your right hand down towards the floor. And on an inhale breath, you're going to slowly float that right arm out to the side. Feeling the twist, a little bit gentle, gentle twist at your hips and maybe your waist. Just take it as far as is comfortable on your body. Good. Nice big breath in. And as you exhale, float that arm down. Good. And bring both hands back to the seat of the chair. Now move your right hand to the middle of the chair. Relax your left arm, let it hang down. Press into your toes, press into your right palm, and slowly float the left arm up. Again, feeling a twist at your hips, not just your chest. And just bring that arm up as far as is comfortable. Some of us might be up here, most of us here. Just want you to feel a gentle, tiny little spiral twist for that spine. And then exhale, relax it down. Good. Bring both hands again to the chair. Put a bend in your legs, your knees rather. Press into your toes and just slowly float your body straight back up. Take your right foot and step it up. Good. Do a little wiggle. Take a little, any of the tension. Yeah, good. All right, so now we're gonna do the other side, right? So we're gonna take the chair and turn it to the other side. Good. And we're gonna do that same basic, same thing, other side. So we're gonna face forward to start. We're gonna come with a little wider stance. Good. And we're gonna turn the foot to the left foot to face the left wall. Good. And then we're going to stretch our arms out to either side. You're going to feel that left toe press down into the floor as you just gently bend that left knee. And it can touch the front of your chair there. Yeah. Good. And we just don't want that knee to go far beyond, like beyond the toe. That's too much. We want the knee right above the heel. And then we're going to bring the shoulders above the hips. And then we're going to turn our gaze over to that front middle left finger and breathe. Yes. And take inventory. And if there's something that is feeling uncomfortable, maybe you drop your arms a little, right? Maybe you relax your shoulders down. Tuck your tailbone down. And breathe for 2, for 1. As you exhale, relax your arms. Just let them float down. Good. Turn your gaze forward. We're going to bring the top of the left hand, just resting it onto that left thigh. We're going to reach the right arm out, maybe up or in cactus. Yeah, good. Take a breath in, exhale it out. Draw the top of your head gently. It's just a slight movement. Good. And then just lean over on an exhale breath, wherever it's comfortable for you. You can take this left hand and just help to guide that left thigh back a little bit, opening up our hip as well. Good. And then just gently press into the outer right foot as you're reaching your right fingers to the upper left corner of the room. Yeah. And smile. Take the effort out of the pose. Big breath. You all look great. Yeah. And then press into your feet. Slowly float your body back up. Exhale that arm. Let it float down. Good. Press into your left toes to straighten that left knee. Bring the left toes in and either slowly step together or heel toe together. Let's take a little break for our triangle pose. Yeah. All right. So get that body nice and loose. You can even bounce your knees. Yeah. Just let go of all the strain and stress that we just tend to build up. And then coming back to your wide stance. And we're going to want this left foot. We're going to turn the left toes out. We're going to want that left foot pretty much right underneath your chair, so this can be more accessible, the back of your chair. Yeah, right toes forward. So find your stance, find your triangle legs. Trikonasana, float your arms up. There's a tiny little bend in that left knee. It's really easy to hyperextend that left knee, especially as we go over. So we want a little bend there. Breath in, Exhale, reach for the left wall, hips gently slide to the right, and then just float your hand onto the back of the chair. Reach your right arm up. Yeah. And again, if this is too much, feeling too much on your back or whatever, bring your hand onto your thigh. Yeah, good. Find a smile. Maybe turn your head slightly to the right armpit. Find your breath for 2. Pressing into your toes. Glute muscles gently engaged. On an inhale breath, reach your right fingers up towards the sky to slowly float your body back up, and exhale it out. Nice work, everybody. Let's turn those left toes in, and again, either heel toe or step your feet together. All right, and we're gonna do one more of the pyramid poses here. So we're gonna turn towards our chair, towards the seat of our chair. Good. All right, so this time we're gonna take the left foot and slide it back, right foot forward. Good. All right, so coming into our pyramid, bringing your hands onto your hips. Lift the heart, keep that spine nice and straight. And as you exhale, start to lean forward as if your whole trunk of your body is a tree trunk and it cannot bend. Yeah, tiny bend in your knees. Good. And then looking down at your chair, maybe you bring your fingertips to your chair. If that's feeling like enough, then maybe, or too much, then bring your fingertips to the back of your chair. And, or maybe you bring your palms to the chair. Yeah, good. And now we're gonna take this right hand to the middle of the chair, left arm down. If you're up here, same thing, you're gonna just not be raising your arm up as high. Yeah, good. And now on an inhale breath, slowly bring that arm out to the side and reach it up. Yeah. So feeling that twist in your hips, your waist, gently in your back. And then exhale, float that arm down, the hand down, both hands onto the chair now, squaring your hips, bringing now the left hand to the middle of the chair, right arm hangs. Good. And now start to twist at your hips first. That'll just automatically spiral your spine in a healthy way. And breathe for 2 and 1. And release, relax, let that float down. Right, both hands to either side, bend in the knees here, pressing down into your feet. Slowly bring your body back up to a stand. Good. And now bring that back foot forward to meet the front. Good. And we're gonna come to, yeah. All right. So since we have our chairs, I'm really working you today, everybody. So since we have our chairs in the right position for plank, we're gonna just attempt plank pose or just lunge, right? So again, we're gonna turn towards towards the seat of our chair. Good. If you're seated, if you've been seated, you can do another one of those chair poses where you bring your body forward. So if you're standing towards your chair, we're gonna reach the arms forward and up. Let's just stretch up, make this feel good. Maybe even look up slightly. Good. And then as you exhale, soften the knees, float the arms forward and land them down onto your chair with bent knees. So you bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands onto the chair. And then we're gonna take your left foot and step it back. Find a lunge here. So coming to the ball of your foot behind you, and then just relax your hips down. Maybe look forward. Good. Just finding a nice lunge here. Good. And then looking down at your chair. On an inhale breath, you're gonna step your right foot forward. On an exhale breath, you're gonna take the left ball of your foot back. Your right one rather, the opposite. Yeah. Take a breath in and exhale. Relax your belly down. Maybe look forward. And then look back down at your chair. On an inhale breath, bring that back foot forward to meet the front. Good. All right. One more here. Either going to do that same thing, take a lunge on either side, or we're going to attempt and do a plank pose, right? So palms on the seat of the chair, knees are bent as much as they need to be. And then maybe you take that left foot back and the ball of your foot, engage your belly, press down into your palms. If it's comfortable for you, take your right foot back. Find yourself in a plank. If you're there, maybe you drop your hips slightly, press down into the palms of your hands so you're not collapsing in your chest. Yeah, and if plank is too much for you, you're just back into a lunge. And then you're switching, right? Other side lunge. Good. All right, 2 more breaths, everybody. Press down into those palms. Good. And then as you exhale, bring one foot forward, bring the other foot forward, press down into your feet with bent knees, and slowly bring your body back up. Ooh, okay. Nice work. Shake it out. So that plank pose, whether you're on the floor doing it or you can use the seat of a chair, is really good for that weight bearing that we need to continue to build our bones. Yeah. Okay, let's turn our chair back forward towards the front. Good. All right. And let's just step a little bit back from our chair, make our legs a little bit wider, and let's just rock side to side. So I hope that wasn't too much for you. And I hope you took care of yourself and didn't do anything that was uncomfortable. As you're going side to side, maybe you're lifting that back heel, breathing in and out. So it's nice and loose. Your body is just like a rag doll. Just nice and loose. Good. Nice job, everybody. All right. Now coming back to center here. Good. All right. So we're going to be holding onto our chair, right? If you're standing, we're gonna come into tree pose. It's an easy tree. All this is just very slow. Good. So feet forward to start with. Good. Let's engage those kneecaps. Just tighten your kneecaps and you feel your glutes engage. Yeah. And let's just bring the weight to that inner leg. This is the right leg, and bend your right knee. Left leg is standing, right knee's bent. Good. And you can stay right here for tree pose. Again, weight bearing for lower body. Good. If it's up in your practice, you can turn the knee out and slide the bottom of your foot to the inside of your ankle. If that's making you feel a little precarious, you can leave the toe out a little bit. Yeah. So just find your legs to where you think you might be able to balance. Yeah. So here, here, here. Find that balance. Good. All right. And then we're going to slowly, let's just tuck our pelvis forward. This pelvis, just draw it forward a little bit, not exaggerating, but just a little. Good. And then see if you can bring one hand to your chest, palm in. Maybe your other palm meets in Anjali Mudra. Yeah. Good. And either keeping your hands right here, you always have this chair. Try to find that balance. Stare at a spot in front of you that's not moving. That can help your balance. Maybe separate your hands and reach them slowly up towards the sky. Good. Yeah. If you want more of a challenge here, maybe you lift your gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And you're going to be seeing that your body is trying to stabilize you here. That's the brain, that mind, body, breath connection. Keep breathing. Belly's tucked in to stabilize you. For 2. For 1, bring your palms together, float your hands to your heart. Good, and relax. Nice. Cool, shake it out. Yeah, just wiggle your inside knee here, wiggle your outside knee a little bit, shaking it out. Good, sliding over to the other side. Same thing on this side. So getting yourself set up first, right? Mountain pose. You drop into mountain pose, lift those kneecaps. Good. Slide the weight into the left leg, now right leg, and bend the left knee. And again, this is perfectly fine. There's a lot of weight in that standing leg, just being up on your toe. If you'd like a little bit of a hip opener, you can bring the knee out to the side. right there. If you want to do a little more of a balance, maybe the foot to the inside ankle, find your place. Here. Tuck your belly in. Find a spot to stare at. Maybe you bring one hand to your chest with left hand. Maybe the right hand joins. You try that, and if you topple out, maybe you put a finger on the chair. Just find your place. This is a perfect pose. Everybody's different in this pose. And then if you want to reach your arms up, sometimes that gives you a little more balance. Maybe you don't feel well about it. Maybe one arm comes up, the other stays holding. Good. And then again, if this is like easy peasy, no problem, maybe you look up to the ceiling and breathe. For 2, breathe. For 1. And then slowly make your way out, bringing your palms together if they're up and floating them down to your heart. Good. And then release that leg. And again, just shake it out. All right, you have earned a seat back on your chair. Yeah, just think of all the bone building we're doing today. All right, so coming to the front of your chair here. Again, just trying to sit down without, if you can not use your hands, right? That helps with balance. So starting to send your hips back, looking down at the floor. For me, sometimes my knees are a little tweaky, so I do grab the back of the front of my chair. If not, as slowly as you can, try not to plop your hips down and find your seat. Yes. Good, good, good work here. Let's come forward in our chair. So again, the important part about our, safety in our bones is getting all the muscles nice and tight so that they can support your skeleton. So let's take a nice big breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders, reach the top of your head up towards the sky. Feel that nice tall spine. Good. And now we're just gonna hold our heart. So we're gonna put our hands onto our heart. That should just feel nice. So we're gonna make our way into what's called boat pose, seated boat. Yes, kind of looks like a little butterfly on our chest, doesn't it? Yeah. So take a breath and lift the chest up slightly, lift the chin up slightly. Imagine the top of your shoulders and imagine your low belly below your navel, drawing back towards your spine. All right, even though the belly's tucked in tightly, we're still breathing. And the next time you exhale, reach the top of your head and the top of your shoulders, lean back. So your belly is holding you up. Try to take the tension out of the neck. The more tension you have in your neck, the more you need to concentrate on this low belly. Yeah, and just take it as far back as is comfortable and breathe. Strengthening our core, all those abdominal muscles. Yes, and then inhale, slowly come back up. Good. And now relax the arms down, shake it out, wiggle it out. And now we're gonna, again, put our hands on, but the opposite arm on top, the opposite hand on top. So you have to think about that just a bit, right? If it felt completely comfortable, probably need to switch. Good. All right, one more boat pose. Again, a nice tall spine. So take a breath in, exhale, feel the top of your head, gently trying to push into that book. That's right above your head. We're trying to push into that book. Good. And then on your next exhale breath, just a nice straight spine, almost as if your spine is like fused together and it cannot move and you just have to lean back, trying to touch the top of your shoulders towards the back of your chair. Put a smile on your face. Yeah. And breathe. That belly is working. Those abdominal muscles are what's holding you up. Even press into your toes slightly. Good. And then on an inhale breath, come back up. Good. And relax the arms down. Really nice work today. This is I'd say a totally advanced class today, but so good for our bones. We need to keep our body strong, right? Okay, relax the arms down. We're just gonna glide your arms back. Grab onto the back of your chair, reach your shoulders back. Good. And just feel a nice opening again in that upper. Maybe you just gently lift your chin and breathe into your heart. Yeah. And maybe on an exhale breath, you relax your body forward, and now just draw your head forward as well and let the weight of your body just fall forward. And breathe. And press down into your feet. Slowly float the body up. Let go. Good. Keeping the arms down alongside your body. Just going to do a little Kali Mudra to just rid ourselves of all the junk that we carry. You know, all the stuff that makes us suffer, right? In our mind. So turn the palms out, press down into your feet, slowly float your arms out. Halfway, remind your shoulders to relax and see where you can take your arms. You can bend your elbows here and interlace your fingers above your head. And bring your hands into the little steeple so your pointer fingers reach up. Good. And then on an inhale breath, see if you can reach and stretch your elbows just to where they're comfortable. Good. Feel your waist float up off your hips. Good. You're gently pressing into your feet to stretch up with each inhale. Yeah, big breath here. I see everybody's little steeples. They look great. And exhale, relax. Slowly bend your elbows. Let's just clasp our hands behind our head. Reach our elbows back. And just rest your head into your hands. This is something you can do when you're laying down on your bed or the floor. Yeah, especially if you're feeling your nervous system is on fire, right? And then we're just gonna look to the right as we're laying here. Just stabilizing our nervous system, that vagus nerve, the biggest nerve in our body. And when you're here long enough, you might feel like you need to yawn or sigh or just swallow. Yeah, or maybe not. And bringing your gaze back forward, slowly lifting your head back up. And then slowly unlace your hands behind your head. Let's drop your hands, fingers right to the shoulders here. And just do a couple really slow circles. Lubricating that shoulder girdle here. And then reverse just so gently. Yeah, just like we're a bird. And then relax. Relax the arms down. Excellent job, everybody, today. Time for Shavasana. So we're going to scoot forward in our chair, lean forward. Scoot your hips all the way to the back. Feel free to lay down if you'd like to lay down in Shavasana. Good. All right. Let's take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, float your eyes closed. And one more time, just feel the top of your head just gently stretching up towards the sky. Good. Flipping your palms up on your lap. If you're laying down, palms are up, away from your body, legs spread wide. Good. And take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale, feel everything relax now. Just allow your body to relax and let go. Scan your body. Notice any tension that you might have in your back, your hips, shoulders. Just let it melt. Just allow yourself to know that nothing really matters right now. Right? Nothing matters. Relax the whole body. And and bundle all of your wants and your worries and your desires and just set them aside for right now. And know that nothing can take away your happiness. Let your toes relax, your feet. Legs, hips. All of your internal organs. Shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, your throat, the back of your neck, the back of your head, top of your head, your forehead, eyes, face, smile. Whole body's relaxed now. Whole body's relaxed. And just gently smile and simply relax for these next couple of minutes. If your mind begins to wander, just let it be. Maybe bring your awareness to your gentle breath. This chest softly rising and falling, rising and falling. Just letting go of everything. Just let go of the world. Relax. Gently bring your awareness to how you feel. free to remain here for as long as you'd like. And if you choose to slowly make your way out of Shavasana, take a little bit deeper breath in. Let it go. And setting a little intention in this stillness. And saying to ourselves, in this moment, I choose not to create suffering. In this moment, I choose not to create suffering. And gently begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe start to rock the body gently side to side. If you're laying down, bend your knees and roll over onto one side. And we'll all eventually make our way into a seat with eyes closed, our hands floating into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. And take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel the crown of your head gently stretching up towards the sky. Feel the spine long and healthy. And closing practice today with this: learning to let go of the world while still in the world is wisdom. Learning to let go of the world while still in this world is wisdom. When you're feeling ready and complete at your own pace, gently begin to flutter the eyes. Opening the eyes. Good. Thank you all for coming and taking care of yourselves today. Have a lovely rest of your day and week. Namaste.